Sleaze. Right now, it's brought to you by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Looks like Ben Affleck is just burying himself in work. You kind of have to, because J-Lo's off in Italy having a great vacation on her own. I don't know if you saw the photos, but looks like she's having a good time.
No, so they put their $60+ million house on sale. He goes off to do whatever, and then she just goes on a solo trip to Italy?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to find out more about that. But I do know something he's working on with his lifelong friend, Matt Damon. Seems like every time he goes through something, he and Matt get back together. But they're working on a new crime thriller called R.I.P. Yeah, there are no details yet, but it's going to be the first time they've been on screen together since that movie Air, which I loved that movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Damon is the only person that has stuck by him. He seems like a good dude.
Really does. The classic Spaceballs is getting a sequel. I'm talking about Mel Brooks, and he's doing it with comedian actor Josh Gad. Yeah, this is a sequel. A lot of sequels and reboots based on a script written by Josh and also starring in and producing it along with Mel Brooks, who will co-produce.
You know the Tesla names? Some of the names came from that movie. Like you hear of the Tesla Plaid, which is the Model S Plaid that came from Spaceballs, and Ludicrous Mode, or the Ludicrous Badge, which is on the new 3, that came from Spaceballs. There's some fun facts for you, Leslie Fram.
Why do you think that came from that movie?
I guess Musk was into that movie.
Was Elon Musk a fan?
I guess. I don't know, but that's where that came from.
On the Today Show, Joseph Gordon-Levitt shared how really special it is to be part of Beverly Hills Cop. Axel F. remembers idolizing Eddie Murphy at a young age because his late brother was like a huge fan.
Did you call your brother and say,
that's really the question.
Okay, well, so sadly, my brother's dead now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay, and it's actually a lovely thing because you get to connect with someone that you've lost when you have these connections.
Yikes. It's like, oh, no, he's dead. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, sorry about that, yes. Remember the other day we were talking about a band's catalog getting ready to be sold, and it could be the biggest ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's happened. Queen's catalog and likeness rights have been acquired by Sony Music. $1.27 billion.
Damn.
I know. Do you remember Sony paid like $600 million for only 50% of Michael Jackson's publishing and recorded masters?
I wonder if Lambert will get any of that money. I wonder what his deals are with Queen, you know?
Probably not, since he's just hired to be the singer. Like, he didn't write any of those songs. You know what I mean?
But it could have been a negotiation thing early on where, like, for the company, maybe he got 5% or maybe he got 3% or whatever. But if he did, I would have said, if I got 0.05%, I'd be like, catch me on my island. Yes, on an island. Touche.
Come on. I'm wondering why it did really take this long, but Scott Weiland's widow, Jamie, is now speaking out about Scott's death, determined that he didn't die from an accidental overdose. I mean, she is disputing those claims and going into detail on this podcast, Appetite for Distortion. I know you've got part of her interview.
It's long. I have a big chunk. I'll tell you what, in the next break, I'll get it together and play it for you. It's pretty heart-wrenching to hear her. And at points in it sounds like she's starting to kind of cry a little bit. It's been a lot of years, right? And it just seems like, why? Yeah, you're right. Why now is she putting out such important information? She says she's been doing it, but I hadn't heard anything about it.
I hadn't heard anything since this podcast. This is like the first time.
Same. So we'll do that next.
This is kind of funny. Jason Biggs was on CBS Mornings, and he was talking about his two kids, his two sons. They're 10 and 6 years old. They know about his legendary movie, American Pie, but guess what? They're not allowed to watch it.
They now know that American Pie, it's still kind of abstract to them, but they know that it is a very important thing because people, with them around, people will come up to me and talk about American Pie. So they're like, what is American Pie? Tell us about American Pie. When can I see American Pie?
Man, talk about a movie that made a mark on pop culture. It's been a long time.
I know, and it's like you got kids now, and like, when is the right age for them to watch it?
He just did a commercial for someone with the pie thing, where he walks in the kitchen, looks similar to the one in the movie. I forgot what the ad was for, but I just saw that.
It just lives on, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I'd never heard this story, but Matthew McConaughey said he almost walked away from acting. He had that 2-year hiatus from Hollywood. I don't know if you remember this, but I guess he didn't want to be typecast because he was in all these rom-coms. But he did an interview with Glenn Powell for Interview magazine, and he opened up about, why he walked away. He said, I usually zigged when I felt Hollywood wanted me to zag. But you know what some of the things he had talked about maybe doing?
No.
He said, he talked to his wife about maybe I should find a new vocation. He recalled considering work as a teacher.
Well, he was at Texas, at University of Texas. He was
What
teaching.
did he teach?
He was the minister of whatever. He was like the representative, culture, minister of culture, but he taught some sort of film class. Like in the last couple of years, full on, like you could choose him as your teacher.
And then he talked about maybe he could study to conduct music, like be a conductor.
Gosh.
Or working as a wildlife guide.
I still don't rule out him trying to run for governor. But isn't it weird when you hear famous people complain about the fame it's just too much?
Well, also being typecast, so I guess he was smart to walk away because remember, he won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club.
I'm saying, what are you complaining about? You've done it in multiple genres and you've won an Oscar. Simmer down, Chachi.
Yeah. Chachi? Wait a second.
Simmer.
Yeah. Looks like there's no slowing down for Will Smith. He's set to star in a sci-fi thriller called Resistor. Yeah, it's from that novel Influx. Not a lot about it right now, but it looks like there is no slowing down for Mr. Will Smith.
And this last movie, Bad Boys 4, was a big thermometer check on his career, and that thing crushed it. So there you go. Cancel culture. Is it gone? I don't know, but he's moving ahead, and he's right back where he was.
That's your celebrity sleaze.